Josh, Milwaukee and EGO have just released new products.
Get away.
Yeah.
We better get back to work.
Let's go back to work. EGO and Milwaukee have just announced their new lineup for 2023.
So let's check them out. So EGO and Milwaukee have launched a gobful of new tools in the United States, but the biggest question in the UK is when and will we ever see them?
Because sometimes we have tools that the United States don't see, and sometimes they have tools that we don't see. So it'll be interesting to see what comes across the pond.
So first up from EGO is the 400 watt Nexus Inverter.
It's a very exciting tool because at the moment we've only got the 150 watt Nexus Escape, which is okay, but it's got its limitations. Because here in the UK, we've never received the power station. Yes, the one you can put the big batteries into the power station and pretty much use it as a generator, and it's something that we would really like to see.
And if there is someone in the States that does want to send one to us, please do. So what's the new features on the 400 watt inverter then, James?
Well, they say it's 400 watt, but it's apparently got an 800 watt power output, the max power. So it'd be interesting to see that it goes up to that sort of size. And also there's the new connections, so obviously USB-C rather than just USBs. It's got a light on it. Everyone likes a light, don't they?
Yeah.
And then obviously your funny socket adapters that the States have got over there, not like a proper 3-pin plug that we've got, So obviously, hopefully, if they come to the UK, they'll have the proper 3-pin plug on them. So also, EGO have announced that they're bringing out another leaf blower. Do they need another leaf blower? Because they've already got, 20 different leaf blowers?
Yeah, it's a good question. Good question, James. I think the reason behind this new leaf blower is the run time you'll get with it.
Okay, so they've developed the leaf blower inside rather than made wind blow differently?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes, something like that.
Or have they made wind blow differently?
I don't know. 180 mile per hour?
I can't even calculate that.
That's the same as a tornado, hurricane.
Class,
something like that.
Something like that.
So it's got some power behind it.
Yeah.
But the beauty behind this machine is you'll get about 80 minutes runtime on a 4-hour battery, which is absolutely revolutionary.
It's good. The shame it's not another 10 minutes, shame it's 90 minutes. Can you just say an hour and a half then?
Well, that's it. There you go.
I'll put 5 amp in and it might.
Who wants to blow for an hour and a half?
Well, that's very true. Yeah, you might get a bit of fatigue on your little arms then.
Yes.
Right, next product.
So, we get another strimmer in the range with power load technology.
But not just power load, because they say it comes apart in the middle. So how can you have power load and it come apart? Because they reckon they can put other attachments onto this as well.
Good question.
So is it shaft driven?
Could be.
And also got power going through that connection as well. It'd be interesting to see. But it is, from the picture you can see there, it's got the 2-speed trigger, so you can change the speeds. Whether it's variable trigger or not, we don't know. But also, you can change those attachments.
And it's a carbon fibre shaft.
Carbon fibre shaft, so it's going to be very light. So I think that's going to be a nice addition to the range, especially if you can put other attachments onto it. So yeah, it'd be exciting to see that. Hopefully we see it. Please, EGO. So did someone say 4 more rotary mowers? 4 more rotary mowers from EGO. Well, we know we love their rotary mowers, and 3 of them have got features we're very, very familiar with.
There we go. Well, I was hoping for a little 12-inch push mower, but the one that is most interesting is got something called Speed IQ. So it's an intelligent drive system. So how does that work, James?
I'm not intelligent enough.
No? Okay.
Well, what we can only think is how it works is that it's a bit like an electric bicycle. It hasn't got handles or buttons you press, but as you start pushing the mower, it then intelligently reads how fast you want to be pushing that and helps
like
you
a load
propel.
sensor.
Yeah, exactly that. So, as you start riding an electric bike, it just assists you. Instead of being self-propelled, it's power assisted, which would be interesting to see.
Cool.
A couple other features I noticed is that obviously we're used to the clips on the telescopic handle, which you unclip the 2 on the side. This one has got a clip in the middle, so they've obviously changed the design on the handles as well.
And then the other feature, cockpit style handle setup. So you've got all the battery, probably speed indicators, motor sensors, that sort of stuff, all up at the top of the handle, so you can see what's going on with the mower.
And presumably your switch to turn on your lights will be there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what that looks like in the flesh.
So that's 4 machines down. We have a 5th machine from EGO, and this is a telescopic 10-inch pole saw.
I don't think we're going to see this in the UK.
No? Why is that?
Well, we've got something the States haven't, which is the PPCX 1000.
Oh, okay, yes.
Which is the telescopic pole saw and telescopic head trimmer, which we got, 12 months, 18 months ago perhaps? And it's been great. It's been a great sell. It's a nice machine. The States haven't received that as far as we're aware.
No.
So I think this is what they're bringing in for them, and then we get to keep the PPCX. But I want this. I really want this.
Looks good. 16-foot telescopic capability.
Yeah.
LED light, so if you're cutting in dark confined areas and canopies. That's going to be good.
A bit like a circular saw, when you press your LED light on the circular saw and you go to cut, it's got the light indicator where you're going to cut. That makes sense. Does make sense. To be quite honest, it looks a lot lighter than the PPCX.
It does.
So I think that would be a big thing. So yeah, again, please EGO, please send it to us, because we like that. And it's got toolless chain tensioning, which is a nice little advantage. You know, who wants to keep their tool in their pocket? So the most exciting product I think that EGO are releasing for next year is
a zero turn with a steering wheel that is battery.
Josh has only just recently done a review on the Cub Cadet machine with the steering wheel, and we love it, don't we? We really like it. We've used to the steering wheel design here in the UK for a long, long time. In the UK, public haven't adapted to lap bars as well as you have in the States. And I think the steering wheel design, if it comes over to the UK, will be a massive seller.
Definitely.
Really, really good. Again, a couple of features that we have noticed on the machine, which will be different, because obviously you've got a steering wheel in the middle.
Yes, yeah.
So that steers. Cool, so I'm presuming that's going to control your zero turn back wheels. Do you reckon it's just going to be dolly wheels on the front, or do you reckon that's going to?
No, that'll be fixed steering, wouldn't it?
You think?
Yeah.
They'll just be floppy on the front.
No, it'll be fixed steering. So when you turn the steering wheel.
No, it's all electronic. I reckon it'll be electronic. I reckon there'll be just dolly wheels on the front, and then your steering wheel controls your back wheels.
Possibly.
Which would be interesting.
Possibly.
I don't think it'll actually be a mechanical steering.
No.
But it'll be interesting to see. The other thing is they've got 2 foot pedals. So at the moment on the zero turn, you've got the brake on the left.
Yes.
And then you've got nothing on the right.
No.
But in the pictures, as you can see, it's got a pedal on the right hand side.
Okay.
So I'm presuming that is your speed control pedal. Makes sense.
Your go-go pedal.
So that's how fast you're propelling yourself forward. The further you press it, the faster you go, a bit like hydrostatic. Reverse, on the steering wheel, you've got some flappy paddles. So I think you pull them in, because it's got R written on them, as you can see there, so that's for reverse. You pull them in, and then you've got your pedal backwards for mowing backwards, or reversing. So yeah.
Very good. And I'm sure this will definitely come to the UK.
It's got to.
Or better.
It's got to.
Better.
We're not going to let it, like the power station from EGO, we're not going to let it go like that. We thought, it's not available in the UK, that's a shame. No, we're just going to keep hammering that home until EGO bring it in. So we haven't gone into massive details on these products, but if you want to see more detail on what EGO are releasing, please check out our friends over at Belts and Boxes, where Rob has done an amazing job on describing and introducing these products even better than we can. So please go and check out his channel. The link is in our description.
So on to Milwaukee and the new products they've now released.
Which we get to do this because Ryan is on holiday and he would be literally bouncing around like a little child about what these new tools are all about. So we're quite excited to have to do this.
We are.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So first up, we have got an M18 Hatchet.
M18 Hatchet, yes, a mini chainsaw. So Josh and Ryan done the video on the M12 Hatchet, and to be fair, it looks identical, doesn't it?
It does.
It does look exactly the same. It looks like the same bar, same body and everything, but you can now put your M18 batteries onto it as well.
It's going to be powerful, that.
It's going to be good. Well, they reckon it's going to be 25cc equivalent. That's a fair shout for a little tool.
Yeah,
because it's a handy little tool. Well, obviously handy, it fits in your hand. No features massively different, I don't think.
No, it'd be just nice if you haven't got M12 stuff and you want a hatchet.
Yeah.
But you've already got M18.
Yeah.
Buy M18.
Yeah, because there's people out there who want that power.
Definitely.
So Milwaukee's launched 3 more tools. To be quite honest, we were expecting them to grow the quick lock systems.
So we've got a paddle broom, we've got a bristle broom, and we've got a brush cutter attachment.
Yeah, which I think we'd agree that they're good additions to that range, without a doubt.
So what is one tool we didn't think Milwaukee were going to bring to the market straight away, James?
Drill dough.
No, you've got one of those already.
Okay.
Bog brush.
Bog brush. I still got my bog brush. I love my bog brush. To be honest, if you haven't seen our video, check out my bog brush video.
No, I can tell you, it is a battery top-handled chainsaw.
It is. Yeah, we didn't think Milwaukee would bring one out this soon. It's quite, that is very commercial. It's a big jump, big step in the right direction, I'd say.
Yeah.
Definitely things tree surgeons have already asked for, because a lot of them run the Milwaukee batteries platforms in other areas. So it makes sense to be able to offer a top-handled chainsaw.
Definitely. It's equivalent to 35cc petrol.
Yes, so that's taking on the likes of the Stihl 201.
Echo 36.2 TESC.
The 3 062 TES.
Yeah,
that's the one. I think so. That's what you said.
And the Husky T540.
T540, yeah. Yes, that'd be interesting to see what it is and if it really does stand up to those saws. So I think we'll be doing a video comparison at some point up against other top handles to see what it can do. What can't do. Who knows?
Definitely. I think the other thing that is impressive about it is the pickup speed from idle or stop, should we say. It's gone under 1 second to full power.
Yeah, that's some. Yeah, that's some acceleration, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. That's like a 0 to 60.
That's like Will's Volkswagen Caddy in the morning.
That's not right, so you're stuck behind him now and again. But no, it's exciting to see a top handle chainsaw in the Milwaukee range. I think it's a great step in the right direction. It's going to be good to put up against equivalent saws with equivalent sharp chains and make sure that it's a proper fair test.
Yeah. The question is, if they're releasing something like this, they're obviously looking to the future. Yeah. So what other tools are going to be coming? Yeah,
very true. Very true. So how would you like to be able to shoot water 17 feet in the air? You can do it already, apparently. That's a fair shout, isn't it? Well, Milwaukee are releasing an M12 sprayer. Yeah, so we've already got the switch tank on the M18 platform, which we love, and we've done a video on it, so check it out. To have an M12 sprayer,
yeah,
really good.
Two different sizes.
2 different sizes,
1 gallon and 2 gallon.
Yeah,
or in new money, 5 litres and 10 litres.
Yeah, for the English people.
And it's on the M12 platform.
Yeah.
So take the smaller batteries.
M12 batteries. We love the M12 batteries, so to be able to put something on like that, and just, look at the picture. You can just carry it around. Just pick it up. If you want to, I don't know, clean your upstairs windows or the top of your double-decker bus. Brilliant. Love it.
And next up from Milwaukee is Pruning Shears on an M12 platform.
It is. It's quite nice. I like the look of it.
There we go.
So we are very excited to see this product because I used to be a gardener, and when you're pruning apple trees like for a whole day or a whole week, that action becomes rather tiresome and blisters and all of that. All right, soft hand jokes in the comments, please carry on. Yeah, if you've got a pair of Felco secateurs and you're doing that all day, it does cause a lot of
other brands available.
My concern would be the weight. So I'm interested to see how that actually feels.
Yeah.
Is it going to be heavier? Also, if you've got a 2 amp hour battery in there, that's enough weight. That's going to be about the same weight as a pair of secateurs.
Yeah.
But you've also got the weight of the tool.
Other key features: 1,000 cuts on a 2 amp hour battery.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That is impressive.
That's like 1 apple tree.
Yeah. And also, you've got a variable speed trigger, or variable compression trigger, should I say?
Yeah.
So if you only want to snip halfway, you just squeeze the trigger halfway.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. But if you want a more in-depth, more professional view on these tools, please check out our friends at Belts and Boxes, because Rob has done he's done a great job on presenting these tools, and you'll have a lot of fun. The link is in our description for their video, so please check that out.
So EGO in the UK, I would say, is the biggest supplier of power equipment, right?
In the battery world, yeah.
Okay.
Agree. Yeah, I think they would be the market leader in the UK.
Okay.
Right.
So, with Milwaukee and all the strides that they're making in the OPE sector, do you think they got a chance to overtake?
Oh, that was a big question. Big question. EGO have been going in the UK now, what, 7 years? 8 years maybe?
Yeah.
And have made some massive strides. EGO have got an amazing relationship with their dealers in the UK, and their backup and support is phenomenal.
It is.
We cannot fault that here in the UK at all. But where Milwaukee are lacking is they are favouring the really big retailers and not looking after the small dealers. Whereas EGO have a level playing field. So whether you buy 1 product or whether you buy 100 products, it's the same price for everybody. Whereas Milwaukee, if you buy 1 product, you pay a price higher than you can buy anywhere else. And then if you buy 100 products, you get a big discount. So they're not really favouring the small dealer. And if they want to expand their range and expand their presence in the UK so there's more feet on the street so people can see it, then I think they need to make it a level playing field for everybody. So whether you buy 1 product or 100 products, it's the same price. If they'd done that, they would have a massive chance of taking the battery-powered market in the UK.
So that's a good answer. What I would add to that is Milwaukee probably want to look at specialist servicing dealers. So they have a dealer network which can take in their goods and do repairs and servicing.
Yeah.
But also to be able to offer impartial advice.
Yeah,
you come into a showroom full of tools.
Yeah.
A lot of these online retailers, they've just got a warehouse, so you can't go in and physically see them.
That's right. Because at the moment, if you'd come in and buy an EGO product and a Milwaukee product and you had a warranty issue with it, it happens with every single brand. And the customer comes back in and says, oh, I'd like my Milwaukee product repaired because it's not working. And you're like, oh, sorry, we can't do that. It's got to go to their national hub. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It needs to be so that that servicing dealer can look after that customer straight away, because that's what the professional market want and that's what they need. So as soon as these products will be hitting the shores of the UK, we'll be bringing you videos where we test them, use them and see if they're right for you.
And use the comment box below and tell us any products you think that these two top manufacturers ought to bring out. Just remember, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the future tests we're going to bring out.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.